Hi, congratulations on becoming an Asylum Guide. To help you in your role, you will have access to the Asylum Guides toolkits. The toolkits are found at www.asylumguides.org. Within the toolkits you'll find most of the information needed to support the people you'll be working with. From the home page, click on Toolkits in the top right, then select Volunteer Toolkit. You will then be presented with two formats. Format A, multi-week briefings, and Format B, a one-time overview. Depending on how your organisation is delivering Asylum Guides, you will find one or both of these options useful. In Format A, the information is arranged in such a way as to make it easy to deliver across a series of meetings throughout somebody's asylum claim, whereas in Format B, it is designed to be delivered in one session, like an overview. In this video, we'll be looking at Format B. Once you're in the toolkit, you'll find most of what you need to run a session. The toolkit is hosted on one continuous web page, but you may find it easier to use the navigation bar to the left. This clearly outlines the pre- and post-session forms that you may need to fill in before and after the session, as well as the session content and further resources at the bottom of the page. We'll go through these now. In the pre-session assessment and confidentiality forms section, you'll find several documents. The first of these helps you to introduce the Asylum Guides program to new clients. Like all the forms and documents on the Asylum Guides website, this can be viewed online or downloaded as a PDF. In addition, you may want to refer to the Understanding, Information and Legal Advice document in the General Resources section. This will help outline the distinction between information and legal advice, an important boundary to the way that you work. Now let's look at the pre-session assessment form. You'll need to do one of these at the beginning of the session and a similar form after the session. This is different from the format used in the multi-week briefings version of the project. You may choose to fill in the form online there and then with clients. To do this, simply follow the Type Form link and guide your client through the questions. At the end of the form, simply press Submit. Alternatively, you may choose to download the form as a PDF and print off a few copies. Many Asylum Guides find this method useful, particularly when working with groups of people. Your organisation may have their own way of gathering feedback, assessments, and consent from clients. However, it's important that you know this method just in case you have to use it. Once you've worked through this part of the toolkit, you can then move on to the session content. Just like with the other forms and documents, you can choose to view this online as a Google Doc or download it as a PDF for printing. This is the information that you will be delivering to clients. You can use this document to structure your session and to make sure you're getting across all the information in the correct way. The information in the one-time briefing will provide people with an overview of the asylum process. It works well, particularly if people understand where they can go for help with specific issues and where they can find general support. Take time to read through the briefing, become familiar with it, and the rest of the information on the Asylum Guides website. You might find that at first you're having to read the document line by line as you go through the session, but with time you'll grow more comfortable and more familiar with the information, and then you can build a more conversational style for your sessions. Make them more like a seminar or workshop, using the document for reference regularly. It's nice to encourage people to come forward with any questions. They may want to ask these during the session or after it. Either way, part of your role will be to make sure these questions get answered and issues get addressed. But don't worry, you should be well supported. Firstly, you can consult the information within the Asylum Guides toolkit, within the main briefings or within the further resources. You may find the answers to a lot of questions there. It's likely you will also have a directory given to you by your supervisor. You can use this to signpost clients to other services that may be of help to them. Finally, you should never be on your own. Your supervisor will always be at hand, either in person or on the other end of a phone call. Either way, it's very important that your client is being supported well and that they have confidence in you as an asylum guide. Being an asylum guide is not about knowing everything off the top of your head. It's about understanding the context you work in, knowing the tools at your disposal, and being sensitive to the needs of the people you're supporting. Then, clearly communicating the correct information at the correct time. The Asylum Guides Volunteer Toolkit is there to help you do that.